right now we have this quest page. I've picked up two. One, which is the main quest line. That one's Lilac and Gooseberries. The intro quest where you chase Yennefer. You should be on this. I'm actually not caught up to where we last left off when we both played. However, I'm making this stream in order to catch myself up and surpass where we were, but only by a little bit. Once I get to where we're linked up, you will have to wait for the next part of my walkthrough when you have yet to complete what you're looking at. Or when you have yet to complete, or basically what I'm saying is we're supposed to link up together so that we're on the same quest at the same time. And then each time I'll go maybe a couple quests or side quests ahead of you so that you know what to do in case I'm not here to play side by side with you. So these streams will be put into a playlist. That way you can see how I progress through the game and how you might want to also. However, there are certain different versions of actual story missions that play out depending on who you side with. For instance, later on in the story, you'll meet two different characters, and eventually it'll get to the point where you're supposed to progress one quest line, but you won't be able to do the other one. So depending on who you side with, it changes the story. Also, if you haven't, go to gameplay and disable on-screen tutorials unless you want to be taught specifically more about the game. Be sure to collect random things on the ground like plants. You can carry almost infinite of these, so grabbing them whenever you get the chance is always good. I believe in our gameplay, we went to go and talk to the herbalist, and you ended up getting the swallow potion. However, you can also progress this one and follow the hunter. So since our optional objective is to follow the hunter for this quest rather than the Lilac and Gooseberries one, because we have to do this quest in order to be able to continue that one, because we need to kill the Griffin in order to get info about Yennefer, we're going to need to go and follow this optional objective, following this hunter. Now, you probably have already done this, so this is my catching up to you.
Blade stretching down to. Watch out for yourself now.
I'll be fine. Not the first Griffin I've dealt with.
Hope you're right. Good hunting now.
Ground's black.
Doing this will give you information about where the Griffin went.
Nilfgaardians were celebrating.
You've already done this section.
Interrupted them. A camp.
You can also, here's the last hint.
These prints are older and deeper, heavily armored. Nilfgaardians, probably.
Down here's a chest. In order to get back up, just simply press circle. Or the left button on the right hand side, or sorry, the right button on the right hand side. can pretty much ignore the rest of the Witcher senses because it's right here.
At least. Female. Larvae in her wombs have already hatched. Been dead at least a week. Other griffin must be a male. Over the whole body. Not a drop of blood on the beak or claws. Didn't defend herself. Crept up on it. Deep cuts over the... Didn't defend herself. Griff.
I'm only skipping these because I've already seen them multiple times and we've gotten past this point.
She was hunted the Nilfgaard.
You can also get a better sword here. I believe you might have done that.
Burned. Only a human could do this.
Now that we've finished our examination of the bird, you can go off to the herbalist. There's nothing more in the area. Anytime you see a red dot with an X on the map, it indicates a body you've killed. Yeah, that's a thief.
How long are you gonna make me wait?
You can actually counter attack like I just did by pressing L2, your block button, as soon as the attack is about to hit. So when they jump up, press L2 right after they've jumped up and you should counter them. Dogs also can't break through your block, but other more powerful enemies can. That's why I don't use block that much. I use dodge way more often. Wait until they've stopped attacking and then cast your Quenson. See, I can block them forever if I wanted to. After they've attacked, they can't follow up for one turn, so whichever dog has just recently attacked can now not do so again.
Good.
Unfortunately for me, I don't have any food, so my health bar is very low. Also, the reason why I'm so low is because I'm playing on a difficulty 3 times higher than the one you have it set to for. So So just keep in mind, I will probably struggle a lot more on these early sections because I don't have good gear or build pieces at all. I also haven't started building my character and won't for a while because the specific build I'm going for doesn't really open up until level 30. So most of the things I'll be buying are things I know are absolutely necessary for the build. Anything that I'm not sure about, I won't bother using my points for. Also, these are early levels. You don't really need to be at a certain point perk-wise to be able to pass them. You can pass them with no perks. Why am I looting all these plants, you say? Or, as you can see, the reason why I'm looting these plants is because all of them are at some point going to be required. Thus, the more crafting supplies you have, the better. This is by the herbalist, so if you've already gotten past this point, then you probably missed out on your opportunity to loot these unless you come back to this specific location on the map. By the way, if you would like to know where the herbalist is for future references, the very first herbalist you meet is right outside Sawmill. And by the way, we're in White Orchard, so in order to access White Orchard, this is where you need to go. Right here, White Orchard. All these other places will be introduced to you later. Why bother reading it? Well, you don't really need to bother reading it. All you need to know is that every plant in this game is important, and alchemy is very useful. So, you can go nuts collecting flowers, or you can do what I do, which is spam X as soon as you get remotely within the vicinity of it. Remember, you kind of have to look in the direction of the thing you're trying to loot, otherwise it won't work. That's why I have the camera slightly pointed down towards the ground. This herbalist will open up with dialogue about stuff that you've already seen.
Which is all I...
Griffin, do the...
Celine, meeting a book. Whom's a he?
I've agreed.
Ply your trade. I don't think you...
Look, it'll...
Oh yeah. Who now can afford...
Captain Peter.
You've already gone to look for Buckthorn, and you've encountered the drowners that you can fight when trying to get it. I don't like to defend Nilfgaard, so this is the only option.
Cares about you, but this captain just might.
If you're a fan of Nilfgaard, pick the other one, but I don't know why you would be a fan of them, seeing as they pretty much started the war.
A lot of bitterness in you. Too much for someone who spent
With an act of terrorism, nonetheless.
True. And you're in a hurry.
Act of terror.
Elsewise you'd not use bait, just wait for the griffin to attack again.
Believe me.
Maybe next.
The reason we're using bait is to wrap things up quickly. Also, you get the quest on Death's Bed. There should be another quest though. The quest that says I can get something to heal her. Brew a dose of the swallow potion is the one you want to start tracking as soon as you get it. The reason we need this is so that I can start healing, but it's also so that you can start healing. Also, swallow is absolutely necessary, and there are advanced versions of the potion that heal more of your health, and you can carry more based off of the build that we're going for. You should be able to have like maybe twice as much as the amount that I usually carry on my other file. But I don't remember if that's 100% correct. I just assumed that the green tree allowed you to carry more potions and decoctions or use more, something like that. And also, the reason why we're doing all this bush collecting is because when we go into the alchemy menu, we should just be able to do it. Oh, by the way, yep, okay, so we're missing the Drowner Brain. We gotta go in and counter the Drowner Brains. Also, you can use necrophage oil, but double check. Okay, I don't think we need, yeah, those are blow balls. Yep. Yeah, we don't need, we can craft this. And then, when you put the necrophage oil onto your sword here, you will, oh, can I just use that forever? Oh damn, really? That's it? I can use that forever just like everything else? Wow, that's good to know. I've never used oils before. Anyway, when you do that, you'll be able to kill drowners much quicker. Because they are vulnerable to necrophage oil, because they are necrophage class. The reason I'm saying that, and the reason I know that, is because of the bios. For every enemy you encounter, it'll tell you what class it is and what oils are good against it. So the more you read in this game, the better you'll be. And what I mean by reading, I mean read the hell out of literally everything in the game. And listen to all the dialogue if you're a first-time player. If you don't do those things, you're really gonna regret it. Okay, so since we can no longer do that, we could maybe go after Precious Cargo, another side quest, and complete that. You want to hold off on doing main quests as much as you can. Side quests are pretty rewarding, and it gives you levels and helps you overcome issues. However, I'm specifically looking for a drowner so that I can get access to this potion and get my health back ASAP. So I'm probably going to head this way over by what I think is water. The reason why I'm doing this is because they spawn near water. Finding one's going to be a kind of pain in the ass though. Especially near friendly NPCs. They don't like to go near people. Here's some. So, these drowners, dodge them only. Do not block anything they do unless you can parry them correctly. Looks like this guy's just being an idiot and standing still. Well done. Truly the most intelligent thing you could do is stand still and do nothing. They must be broken. I have no idea why they just let me do that. Normally that doesn't happen. Anyway, now that we have the... I think it was the Drowner Brain, right? Now that we have the Drowner Brain, we can come down here and cast Swallow. Now we've completed the quest, hooray! Now, you open your inventory and go to the Potions tab and equip that in the first slot. And then drink it. Every time you meditate, these will refill, along with all your oils and decoctions. So if you've used a decoction, an oil, or a potion, all of them should be fully refilled forever once you built them the first time. That was me being dumb. That was me being doubly dumb. Wow, a double attack? Oh yeah, I forgot the dogs can double attack, but they just don't do it as often on this difficulty. They do it all the time on Death March. So, dogs are one of the most difficult enemy groups to fight, at least for me, on the highest difficulty, but I'm playing one difficulty lower than that, and the reason why is because I've already beat it on Death March, so there's really no point in putting myself through that kind of trauma again, even though I totally could do it and probably wouldn't be having that much of an issue with it. I don't care. I decided not to play it this time around, mainly because I want to progress at a decent pace, so that you can see how I do everything I do. Here is this quest, by the way. You go to the objective using your mini-map in that top right corner, and you follow the path of white dots towards the yellow or golden triangle. The golden triangle will always be, you see that? The golden triangle at the top, with the, you know, the big-ass gold arrow right at that top there. It tells you where you need to go, and those little white dots on the map, see the white dots? Yeah, those indicate your footpath. That's how I'm able to find my way around the map. You could free roam wherever you go, but nobody tends to do that. And since you said you were struggling to find your way around, this is a good way to do it. Oh, and I died because I got stunned. I'm a little rusty. I haven't played this game in a long while. Apparently they're not very good at reading that strat. Basically, you just backwards dodge and then do a heavy attack while pressing forward. Then he does that spinny move, and yeah, enemies tend to, more often than not, run right into that thinking they're going to be able to attack you.
Interesting. I should take a look around. Carts riddled with arrows. Carts riddled with arrows.
Now I'm confused. Oh, here we go.
been shot. Either the merchant's got serious memory problems, or he's lying.
I don't know what else it could possibly think. Oh, also, if you want to collect honeycomb, set the nest on fire and then loot it. Not sure where this red thing is. Find the little box. Oh, maybe it's this.
Be that box he mentioned. Splattered with blood. Human blood.
Also, these are destructible barrels. They blow up. Since we're out of Swallow, simply meditate for an hour. And you get all your Swallow back. Isn't that revolutionary? You probably already knew that.
Oh, and you find the box?
Yeah, found your priceless chest. And someone who looks an awful lot like a cart driver with an arrow through his neck. No dryads in these swamps, and never known a drowner or a water hack to use a bow, so lacking any other suspects, I'm guessing.
Watch out! Behind you!
There's nothing behind me. I'm a witcher, I'd have heard it, just like I can hear your heart, which is pounding, like a liar's. Best hope you're a better writer than you are a liar. Gotta get him out of here. Wake up. See? Can't run from the truth. Not even on horseback. Now who are you, and why'd you attack that cart?
Private First Class John Giermer. Temerian 6th Division, 2nd Regiment. Disbanded, but still active. Underground, in the woods. That was a medical transport. I'd be damned if it reached the Black Ones. And the medicine, our lads could use it too. We've many ill among us. You let me go, and they might live, and fight once more for a free North.
You can go, but I'm keeping the medicine. Nilfgaard will find you and kill you anyways. Why should it go to waste?
Take it, and choke on it. It's true what they say about witches.
I accidentally didn't mean to choose that one. I didn't read it all the way. As I said, if you don't read things, you get in trouble. And there's an example of it. Normally I would give the medicine away because, as I said, I don't like Nilfgaard. However, the chances of the North winning against the Nilfgaard is ridiculously slim, seeing as they overall have more numbers and more overall power than the North, all of the North realms combined. North has been losing the war for a while, and if you look at, by just playing the game, you'd realize, oh hey, you probably aren't going to have a fun time battling Nilfgaard. Here's another stupid quest. Some people tend to just come straight up ignore this one because it sucks.
Not me key. Me pan. Let's always...
However, you haven't done this quest yet, so I'm not going to do it.
Never
You
take
did,
what you
however,
should hear,
accept the
just in
quest.
case.
Anywho, now we're gonna go off and cure that chick with the On Death's Bed quest. Then we're going to progress up to the point where I think you've gotten, and then I'm gonna stop the stream because I only meant to go up to the point that you've gotten to and not any further. However, I will do this the pan quest to show you how to do it.
Yes?
Also, buy some herbs from her.
I'm sure I...
Sometimes she has good ones. Sometimes she has terrible selection. Yeah, you're gonna want the white gold formula. That one's good. Dwarven Spirit's pretty good. She also sells decoctions. You're gonna want to get those later on, but not right now.
Tell me something about yourself. What's your story?
A sad one. Do you know the Temple of Melitele in Alanda?
Do I know it? Can't remember how many times I've been there. How many times Mother Neneka stitched me up.
We must have missed each other. I started to become a healer under Mother Neneka. I was but 18 when they took me in. An age at which teachings interest one far less than love. There was a boy, Goslav. He'd bare his chest to work. The novices couldn't keep their eyes off him, tripped over their own feet, dropped things. I left the temple for him. We passed a lovely summer together, and then he left. Neneke refused to take me back. My parents uttered not a word, gave me a travel cloak and a small coin pouch. I struggled long to find a place where I'd feel safe, needed, until I finally arrived here. End of story.
Got a potion for Lena. Swallow.
First sign of spring. Symbol of rebirth. Fitting as names go.
We'll see. Like I said, could harm her. Deeply. Works on me immediately. But I have a faster metabolism. Effects won't appear in her case for a few days.
Why'd you choose this in the end?
Decided it was better than doing nothing.
I like you, Witcher. Here. A small gift. For giving a damn. Yes?
Farewell.
Alright, now that you've done that, you've also collected the buckthorn. So we're gonna go get that really quick. After that, I have no memory of what it was that we managed to accomplish. So I will go ahead and do the pan quest for you, and then after that, the next part of my playthrough will come at a later time. It won't let me go through here. That's the weirdest thing ever. You know what? I bet you it wants me to do this. Yep. That's what I figured. I think there was a hidden chest at some point. I forgot what you, where that was. Oh yeah, it's near the bridge. I remember. There it is, see? Get a slightly higher tier armor. And then there's another chest right here. However, you need the key. Talking about how the Temerian Brigade had to go north to meet some Redanians, and that if the Redanians encountered them, not to attack or steal any of their stuff, because if they do so, they'd be screwed over. That was what the note said. Now you can go to Vesemir. Or you can do the pan quest if you haven't. I hate the pan quest, but it is worth doing. I think. I think you get paid for it, but I don't know. Or you get nothing. Except raw levels. Oh yeah, another thing. If you see these... Not those. If you see these, you can collect all those. You can read them too, but I don't. This particular, all these notes, will give you more quests. So before you meet Vesemir, you can actually collect all that. Now, let me tell you another thing. I believe that exclusively all Witcher contracts can be completed all the way through to the end of the game without having to deal with any problems. So, if you want to, I don't know, when you hit a location that is completely a different location than Novigrad and White Orchard, which are technically the same hub world, once you get past Novigrad and go to a completely different map location, that is when you can come back and do these like low-level quests, or you can wait until like right before the last mission in the game and do it. Anyway, since I don't think you actually talked to Vesemir, we're gonna go do the Pan quest, and then I'm gonna end the stream.
We venture out to inspect the grave anytime soon.
I knows what I knows. Elsa bears her right.
Look! Which way you walk?
Kings do the fighting, peasants do the dying.
Woodman's walks on strange tracks, caught in with far from us. Strange
A corpse explains the stench. His throat, he was garroted. And some old scars. Kind of soldier might have.
What's that, dearie?
Nothing.
Here's the Pan in question.
Scrubbed clean. Looks like the mystery man didn't need the pan so much as the soot off it to make ink, write letters.
But when I gab to myself, they say I'm going barmy.
Documents, almost entirely burned. A few pieces still legible.
When you arrange to meet, you show up. I did risking my life in the entire blasted operation and ended up standing there with my plowing in my hands, waiting for nothing. I thought the Nilfgaardian army was better organized than that, but you tell that blessed Lord General of yours that me and my companions don't hold grudges, so we don't break off negotiations. But since our old plan's gone, this time we'll choose the time and place for the next meeting.
Found the pan, have ye?
Yeah, we found... Okay, by the way, that chest that was sitting right there I just looted, and all the other things in this house, that's your reward for this quest, because this old lady out here is going to give you pretty much nothing for doing it. However, it's pretty simple, since all you have to do is go into a house.
Here, your frying pan.
Mine? But mine were black with soot. And I could see myself in this one if I wanted. But them years are past.
It was the soot the man needed. He scraped it off to make ink. Must have had an urgent letter to write. Urgently burned some other documents too.
And the other fellow?
Dead.
Hang about! You've earned a token of thanks. Here's.
Watch it be like 2 gold.
Fry up a nice white fish for me. Or a pie.
Also... Oh, she gave me apples. See, told you she's a cheapskate. However, she gave me food, which is not too bad. Oh damn, she gave me a bunch of food. Never mind, that's totally worth doing. That quest is awesome. I did not have food before, and now I have food, which is not too bad. Now I don't have to use swallow all the time. Oh yeah, you can also encounter this guy. He rages about something. You talk to him and he'll give you a quest too.
What happened here?
Oh, got a wee bit chilly the night, so I set fire to my forge. Got it nice and roaring. Roasted some wieners. What do you think happened, dimwit? Some bugger set alight me workshop. I've lost everything. Everything!
Sorry. Any suspects?
Whole damned village. I've lived here half a century. Thought they saw me as one of their own. But everything changed when the Black Ones came. I'm the only smith around, so I got to service their garrison. Bang dents out of plate, shoe horses. That sort of thing. Nilfgaardians don't pay me a bloody copper. Just give me supplies and orders. Humans can't fathom that. They think I'm getting rich off their misfortune. That I sleep on a pile of gold like a ploughing dragon. They've stopped talking to me. Spit when I pass. And now this.
I can find your arsonist, provided you're willing to pay.
I've not much left, but I'll give you all if you bring me that horse in, so that he gets what he deserves. The night of the fire, I heard movement outside my hut. Went out to see if I could find any tracks. I found nothing. But then I haven't got cat eyes, have I? Good luck.
Well, since we haven't done either this quest or the Vesemir part, that's going to conclude this part of the walkthrough. The next one will come either later on or after we've caught up.